I think the most important part of the narcissist and empath's relationship is the moment of discard. I don't know that it's ever been talked about, but I heard this term just the other day, and I thought to myself, yeah, that's what it is. And it's like that was what caused so much emotional turmoil and a sense of unsettledness within myself, was that feeling of being discarded, like abandoned, just completely disregarded, dismissed, as if you didn't have a relationship with this person, as if you didn't share any experiences or have any of these moments that you had. It makes you start to feel as if maybe you're crazy, you imagined all these good things, and now suddenly this person is just gone. So discarding, yeah, it's like when they just stop answering your texts, they just go away with no explanation, with no hint as to why or what has happened. They will like block you on all of their social medias because of course they can't have you coming in and interacting them or questioning them, and giving you the silent treatment. So whether you're FaceTiming or sending emails, of course that stops. You're on timeout from them. And really all of this, like, ignoring you and manipulating you in this way of just sort of like acting like you don't exist, is really a compliment. It's like the moment you should know that you are enough and that you are better than you thought that you were. The discard for the narcissist is just temporary. It's a game. I mean, they only do that just to have control, to gain the upper hand in the conversation, or to completely dismiss and just to shut down the conversation that they don't want to have, which is generally what's happening. But it's always temporary for them. I mean, if you were to call them up, if you were to offer, sex or a weekend away with them, or concert tickets, or, some sort of an exciting thing for them to be a part of, they would just show right back up. They would take their supply and, of course, move on to the next person. I mean, they have no problem doing that. So the discard, when the narcissist discards the empath, it's like the best news, because it means that you've become too difficult. You've become too bold in your needs, wants, and desires. You've become too much. You've become too out there for them to deal with. And that means that you're standing up for yourself. It means that you're having self-respect. It means that you're gaining some sort of freedom within yourself as you use your words to speak your mind and to stand up for yourself. So what's going to happen? Well, as soon as the narc discards the empath, he's just going to go find new supply, right? The easiest supply comes next. It's totally, literally a disregard for you. They'll just move on to the next person, the next easiest one. They'll find a younger one. They'll find a less smart one. They'll find one that's in a worse predicament than you. They'll find one very similar to you. But they'll never find another you. And that's what the gold, that's the magic that you have. So your power, when you've been discarded, is to stay away. No contact forever. It means like that's it, because everything that comes out of there. First of all, they're going to show back up. They're going to walk through that door. They're not going to tell you no. And the biggest part is that they're going to continue that process. They're going to continue to look for that supply. They're going to continue to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to continue to pretend that they are this like debonair, knight in shining armor. They're always going to continue to present that to you, that they're getting better, that they're healing, that they're doing their work, that they don't do those things anymore that they used to do that were in the past. They just can't be held responsible for their wrongs. Not accountable for the wrongs. I mean, they're wrong. I know they're wrong, but it's in the past, And if they think you're just being too dramatic for bringing it up, and it's going to rock the whole foundation of your relationship if you bring it up, then you didn't have a relationship to begin with. It wasn't a solid foundation. It wasn't somewhere that you belonged. And so when we are discarded by the narcissist, it is very important that we stay away and we keep that no contact. We stay forever gone and we don't let them come back. When they start calling and messaging and friend requesting and doing all of those things or posting subliminal messages, first of all, stop checking that. Number two, don't buy into it. Don't look for the photos of him in the next weekend with the next girl. I mean, that's going to be there because that's what he does. He's going to continue to move on in his ways. He has no desire to change or to do things differently. So you can expect that. Doesn't mean that you're missing out on anything. Like I said, it's a huge compliment to become too difficult or too needy or too demanding or too much for a narcissist. If they just can't do your drama, then you need to just not do them. Okay? So there's my little tidbit on the discard process and what that means for you as empaths. It means you are free to live your lives. Do it.